Not all NBA players have the Mamba mentality. Once the comfort of financial stability sets in, some NBA players just let themselves go. For some players that means eating their way out of the league, and for others it means getting into trouble with the law. These are the times NBA players let themselves go. In just his third season in the NBA, Luka Doncic is already a superstar in the league. Following his incredible performance in the bubble last year, Luka was an MVP favorite coming into this season. Luka came into the league a scrawny kid from Slovenia and has been trying to put on some weight so he can bang with the bigger guys in the NBA. Over the past few weeks, fans and critics have been mocking Luka over his weight, as they're worried he may have gone a bit too far with his bulk. Photos were posted on social media of Luka looking visibly fatter than he was last year, and it was reported that Luka spent the entire NBA hiatus watching Netflix, playing video games, and just eating all day. Luka admitted in an interview recently that he's not in the best shape at the moment, but I trust Luka to get on top of his weight before it becomes a real issue for him. Earlier this year, photos of Harden looking overweight and almost fat went viral on social media. Harden's changed a lot during his time in the NBA. He came into the league totally beardless and weighing just 200 pounds. Fast forward to today and Harden has grown his infamous beard and bulked up significantly. But that's only one way that James Harden has let himself go. In the 2020 offseason, Harden made it clear to the Houston Rockets that he wanted to be traded. After this, he started skipping workouts and practices, and there were rumors that he was renting private jets and flying to Vegas to party in between games. It all came to a head when Harden was found partying with Lil Baby when he should have been at the Rockets training camp this year. Things with the Rockets quickly unraveled from there, and now he plays for the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Before we continue with today's video, please click the like button if you're enjoying the video and subscribe to the channel for new videos like this one every week. Over the past few years, Zion Williamson has become one of the biggest names in basketball. His incredible physicality means that he's always making highlight plays during games, whether it's soaring for alley-oops or bullying smaller defenders to the basket. In high school, Zion was in peak condition, standing 6 foot and weighing 175 pounds. However, within just a couple of years, Zion ballooned up to 285 pounds. By the time Zion got into college, his weight was already causing him issues. There was the infamous moment against North Carolina where Zion got the ball and tried to drive to the hoop like he's done a million times before. Now, instead of bullying his defender to the basket for an easy bucket, Zion's foot completely exploded through his shoe, injuring his knee in the process. It was this moment where it became obvious that Zion's weight might be an issue, and if he's not careful, he could have a career full of injuries. There has only been one other player in NBA history who was of similar weight and height to Zion Williamson, and that was Robert Traylor. Although Robert had the potential to be a great player, his career and life were cut short when he tragically died from a heart attack at just 34 years old. Now, I'm not suggesting that Zion will face the same issues that Robert Traylor did, but if Zion's not careful, his weight could become a real problem for both his career and his life. Imagine going from a potential NBA star to an armed robber. Well, that's exactly what happened to Robert Swift's career. In high school, Robert Swift averaged 18 points and 15 rebounds per game, so it was obvious that he was going to be a top pick in the NBA. Robert was picked 12th by the Supersonics and signed a $4.4 million rookie contract. Now, not long into his career, Robert had several knee injuries and barely played 100 games in his NBA career. In addition to his short NBA playing career, Robert was too generous with his money. Once he left the NBA, he got out of shape and became an alcoholic. He lost touch with his friends and family, and Robert seemingly just disappeared. One day in 2014, the police received an anonymous tip about the whereabouts of a notorious dealer that they were hoping to bust. The SWAT team pulled up to the house, busted in the door, and surprisingly found Robert Swift in the house as well. The home was filled with contraband, so of course Robert was arrested, and life didn't get much better for him after this, as he also committed other robberies and home invasions. Latrell Sprewell was a 4-time NBA All-Star who had the potential to become an NBA superstar. He averaged 20 points per game with the Warriors until he started to let himself go. One day at practice, Latrell was having an off day, and coach PJ Carlesimo was watching the players closely. coach yelled at Latrell to make better passes, and Latrell took this to heart. Latrell ran over and threatened to kill the coach and choked him out before the other players ran over and pulled him off. The incident caused Latrell to be suspended for 68 games. Now, once he returned from his suspension, Latrell actually played very well for a few seasons and was offered a $21 million contract from the Timberwolves. However, he turned the contract extension down, saying that he had to feed his family. Apparently, $21 million isn't enough to do that. Latrell finished his NBA career with over $100 million in earnings, but just 3 years later, all of his money had gone. His ex-wife had sued him for $200 million, which ultimately led to Latrell declaring bankruptcy. So, who do you guys think has let themselves go the most over their career? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button as it helps the channel grow, and subscribe for new videos like this one every week.